This is Andrew Dudich for 99.5 and 980 WITY out at the Rantoul Aviation Center for the Half Century of Progress. And I have someone with me that knows a little bit about Half Century. Chris Karr, thanks for joining us today.
Well, you're welcome. This is the 8th show, 7 here at Rantoul and the first one in Henning, Illinois. And wow, we've been blessed today with the weather that you couldn't hardly believe that you could even order. But it drew a huge crowd for us here as I&I Club members. Looking forward to this show, it drew a big crowd. And we expect it to draw even a bigger crowd tomorrow and Saturday.
And we want you to be a part of that, so please come on out, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Half Century Progress, different things that are out here. Tell us a little bit about how this show came to be.
Well, there's probably more history than I know, but what people wanted over the years, and they've come here to see, is wheels turning, motion. People love to see static displays, and that means nice looking tractors or trucks sitting there shined up and ready to go. But people at this show, they like to go out into the field when we announce and have live demonstrations. They like to see corn shelling, and they want to show their kids and their grandkids what a corn sheller is, a stationary corn sheller. Pick the ear corn, put it in a corn sheller, have the cobs come out over here and the shuck pile and the shelled corn and so forth. They want to see plowing, disking, the old tractors that did not have cabs on them. There are literally 200 to 300 plows this afternoon lined up ready to plow, just to have the opportunity to go through the field one time, coming from all over the United States. These people have just dedicated bringing equipment to be a part of this show.
So you're telling me tractors didn't always have GPS and air conditioning?
That's absolutely right. And the farmer prided in straight rows. He really tried to have straight rows going through the field. And as times have changed or transitioned from, I farmed for 47 years, we've seen quite a bit of change toward what you just said.
In this show, like you said, you get to see all the equipment moving. You get to see the equipment out in the field doing what it does best, plowing or picking corn or whatever it may be.
Yes, and we have a lot of things. The parade is important. People get to fellowship. We've got people that have come here every one of the years. So every 2 years, at being a biennial show, they get to see friends that they made or saw here once before. The people and the tractors and the motion and the great big flag, 122 foot by 60 foot wide flag, it's just makes your heart just go, crazy to look out across there and see the flag, honoring the veterans. And then this year, every year, we try something a little different. We honor the firemen, the rural volunteer firemen at this show, and we do have steam engines, and we have the old things that we need to look back as far as heritage. But the last 50 years of progress means that we could have a tractor here 5 or 10 years old, and people get to see that difference as it has been made along.
Especially when you have the different people out plowing and things like that. You're going to have different generations and makes and models, and you can kind of compare the effort it takes to put in something like that. You even have horses out working the land, and you're able to compare all of that to what it's like today versus 50 years ago.
Yes, we have the prairie plows and the steam engine, and you're right, the horses. We have a field, corn checking. Not very many people know what that means. We planted 2 or 3 kernels in a hill 36 inches apart so that you could cultivate the corn both ways. That's checking the corn. We've got, there's all kinds of things going on as far as the field demonstrations. We're going to pick corn, have someone pick corn by hand and throw it in a wagon. That would be a pretty slow process to today's standards.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about the show, all the different things that are out here, all the different features. It's always a great experience out here at Half Century of Progress. We definitely invite you out here, and if for some reason you can't make it, please check out the videos where you don't miss everything, and then be sure to put your date on the calendar for the next couple of years. So the next one will be coming up in 2019.
Very good. Well, we'd like to welcome everyone to come out. it's just looking really good for Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Well, you have perfect weather. There's lots of exhibits out here. Don't let this one get past you. It's Half Century of Progress Show number 8. Chris, thanks so much for telling us a little bit about the show.
You're welcome. We'll see you all out here.
For WITY, this is Andrew Dudich at the Ranchville Aviation Center for the Half Century of Progress.